when we say predatory practices, what are just a few of the predatory practices that these companies generally practice?
So we believe that things like insinuating that we're going to get you a higher result from VA. Our service officers, we stress this, we tell them, we train them this every single year. We will never promise you anything higher. We will promise you what you've earned. We will fight to get you what you've earned. That may be an increase. It may not be. We never try to coach you how to get to 100%, get more money. We also know that some of these folks are preying on elderly, widowers, which I think is disgusting, taking from a surviving spouse. Also, some of the folks that are financially strapped, they're given almost like an incentive, a promise of, we will get you this money as long as we get our cut first. That's predatory. There's also things that, besides predatory, we believe are flat out illegal. They're using veterans' personal information, such as your social security number, your VA login information, and using it to access government websites illegally. That's a way that some of these companies can find out when you got your increase and send you a bill the following day. It is highly illegal, and we are working with Congress and the administration to kind of knock this stuff out.
So about a month ago, I had a professional discussion. It really wasn't a tit for tat kind, although it easily could have been. It was very professional, and I'm grateful for that. But I had interviewed Michael Licari, who was a formal attorney for Veteran Benefits Guide, who actually made a statement that contradicts that, saying that, to his knowledge, Veteran Benefits Guide has never used a social to do that. Is that just one company, or can you combat that at all? Like, what does that culture look like of companies using Veteran PII to log in and then them claiming that they don't? Another example would be VA Claims Insider has claimed 1 billion times that they don't. But yet in the Texas Attorney General motion to file, there is proof.
Yes.
It's not an opinion anymore. It's objective fact.
So it is very difficult to claim those things when people have receipts. As you mentioned, Claims Insider, you just read the Texas suit. There is whole sections of screenshots where their coaches asked for that information. There are companies like Trajector who had a form, fill out your VA benefit or your va.gov login information on the form. Mr. Licari, I don't believe he was telling the truth. We have the contract from Veteran Benefits Guide, and one of the required pieces of collection that they get is your client's social security number, your email, address, phone number, date of birth, so they can log on to VA read-only websites. They also, in their contract, tell their clients not to file VA Form 21-0845, which is the release of third-party information. So what that means is the VA can tell Clayton about your file. They can't tell me about it. The only way they can tell me about it is if you authorize VA to speak to me as your authorized third party. By doing what Veteran Benefits Guide is doing, they are speaking to VA as if they're Clayton. That's against the law. So for them to say that, kind of untrue.
Yeah. It's difficult to combat, the hearsay, but whenever it's kind of black and white in a contract, and there's about probably 3 or 4 reasons I can even think of. Like, if I'm a company, why would I want your social security, right? Probably the elderly, I probably want to grab their healthcare records. Imagine telling an 80-year-old veteran, hey, can you go to My Healthy Vet and download your Blue Button report? Probably not going to happen, right? That's one reason. Another one is to submit the claim online. It's very, very easy to submit the claim online. And why would I have the veteran do it when I have their PII? And the third one is definitely just looking at really the predatory piece of it is, you got an increase, my bill's due.
And that's exactly it. So it's not illegal to speak to VA, to communicate with VA on behalf of someone else, as long as you're authorized legally to do that. That's exactly where we believe that's a violation of Title 18, right? That's not Title 38 is VA. And we've said these claim charts for years are violating VA law. This is real law. This is U.S. Penal Code. This is fraud, right? Wire fraud, identity theft, accessing government websites. So these are things, and you nailed it. It's not for the betterment of the veteran. It's so that they know when to send the bill and exactly how much to bill them.